Greg here with you for another really easy recipe. We're doing smoked salmon. Smoked salmon is usually pretty expensive at the store. We can do it ourselves on our TEC. We'll show you how to do it. So we have a beautiful piece of sockeye salmon. It's late June right now. Salmon's looking delicious at the store. So check out some beautiful sockeye salmon. You'll be glad that you did. This recipe couldn't be easier. We've got some beautiful lemon thyme, came out of the garden. It looks just like regular thyme that you're probably used to, except it's got a great citrus note to it. Got some fine minced garlic, some white sugar, some salt. We're going to kick it up with a little bit of vermouth. This is kind of our secret ingredient. So we'll go ahead and get started. We've got a skin-on piece of sockeye salmon. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of smear it with the garlic a little bit. Again, this is super easy. If you don't like certain flavors, again, you could admit if you don't want the lemon thyme, you can use dill. Again, completely up to you. So we've got a nice rub of the garlic on our salmon. Take this off. We don't need that glove anymore. We'll take our lemon thyme, and again, this is not chopped. This is just right off the stem. Delicious. We're going to hit it hard with some black pepper. We're going to take white granulated sugar. You can kind of sprinkle this over the top. You're probably going to use about a teaspoon or so of sugar. Again, it really depends on the size of your fish. You can do it with regular salmon as well, regular Atlantic salmon. It's really up to you what's in the store. Kosher salt, I'm going to sprinkle some salt on here. No, that thumb tastes better. Probably use about a teaspoon of kosher salt. So it's 2-to-1 sugar to salt. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So what we do is I've got some plastic wrap on my countertop. Make it easy to wrap this up. I'll go ahead and open up my vermouth. Move this salmon right here. Grab the vermouth, and we're probably going to add about a tablespoon or so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up super duper tight. And this is going to sit in the cooler for about 24 hours. And we're going to put some weight on it in a pan so that it really gets good in that cure. So we'll let this sit in the cooler for about 24 hours, and we'll get this on the smoke tomorrow. So good night to Mr. Sockeye here, and we'll see you tomorrow at the rec tent. Alright, good morning everybody. Our sockeye salmon has been in the cooler. We're going to rush this a little bit. We let this cure for about 12 hours. Should be more than enough time. This is a really thin, small piece of fish. If you've got a bigger side that's a little thicker, I'd go the full 24, but 12 hours is going to be just fine. I think it was actually more like 16. We got this laying on a grill mat, make it easier to move in. I got my TEC set at 180 on extreme smoke just because I want to keep the temp down. We're utilizing the cold box here. It's something I've not used on video before, so we're going to show you how to utilize this. I've also got an amazing smoke tube on the bottom. And I'm going to put the salmon on the bottom rack, kind of towards the right side. And I was testing this earlier today, and I was getting temperatures. It's kind of moist here. It's about, I don't know, humidity of about 80%, about 80 degrees right now. I was getting temps right in the 85, 86 degrees. So I'm going to hold this here for about an hour, give it a check. In reality, I think this is probably going to go about 90 minutes total. Again, if it was a little thicker, we'd go a little longer. But we're going to check it after an hour. We'll show you what it looks like. And as you can see, we are at temp there. Zoom in. Just below 100, about 80 degrees. Should be delicious. So we'll let this go 90 minutes. Give her a check after an hour, and we'll keep it posted. Let's go about 3 hours. Temperature hovered right around about 85 or so. Let it go for about 3 hours. It's right where I want it. I'm going to stick this in the fridge. Let it get cold. and then slice it up a couple hours. Alright, so our salmon's had about 3 hours in the fridge. It's good and set. If you're a little unsure about slicing it, you can put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes or so. It'll help firm it up a little more. But get a good sharp knife and slice it at an angle. We're not going to cut through the skin. We're going to cut it down to the skin in one motion, and then use the knife, kind of lift it off, and then you can get a plate or a board and line it up all nice and neat. And it comes off. It looks beautiful. So we got enough for our salmon built. Let's go ahead and make our sandwich. We got our bagel here. We'll give it a nice smear of cream cheese. And you want to be generous because you spend all that time smoking that salmon, making those bagels. You want to make sure that you pile it high with all that good stuff. So we'll do 2 slices of salmon, a little more cream cheese. There you have it, smoked salmon with poppy seed and roasted garlic bagels.